Welcome to the lab. This is episode 3, where we are gonna make beauty balls with the key functional ingredient, Astrion. Now that you know all about Astrion, Flax Seed Meal, Collagen, and whey protein isolate, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring those all together with some other ingredients to create little balls of peanut butter with beauty-based ingredients that can help the overall appearance of your skin, etc., etc. So for this ingredient, I'm gonna walk you through some of the tools and equipment that we need. Then we'll go into all of the ingredients and we'll get to work. So for this specific ingredient, I'm using a food processor. This is a home-based food processor, nothing commercialized here. You also need a sheet pan with parchment paper. I preferably like to use a cookie dough scooper or a dough scooper to give me perfectly round balls at weight. And a spatula just so that if you need to move things around. So now we're gonna go into what are these ingredients. So this specific flavor profile is a birthday cake. So we're using sprinkles, we have our collagen, as well as our whey protein isolate, flaxseed meal, Astrion, which is our key functional ingredient, rolled oats, honey with vanilla, a pinch of salt, and peanut butter. All right, so now that we have our ingredients, we have all of our equipment, we're gonna get to baking. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up that food processor, we're gonna grab the 2 key ingredients that we really need to combine well. So that's our flaxseed meal and our rolled oats. We also wanna bring those rolled oats to a nice fine flour-based texture with a little bit of grain. I use regular rolled oats because I love the way that it gives the body and texture to the product. Instant oats kind of just get a little too fine. So we're gonna bring these on medium for about a minute or so until it's well combined. Now after about a minute, we're gonna go ahead and turn off our food processor. We're gonna make sure that everything is nicely combined. I like to kind of shimmy it up a little bit, get all the edges out of there, bring it back in. We're gonna open it back up, and then we're gonna throw in all of the other ingredients except for our topping. We're gonna leave the topping till the end to just roll that in. So I like to start with some of the bigger ingredients, like the peanut butter, our whey protein isolate and collagen, our key functional ingredient, Astrion, salt, and our honey and vanilla mixture. The honey's really gonna be the binding agent in this product. So if you don't have honey, you can use syrup. If you don't have syrup, you can try to find a sugar-free substitute. A little bit more complicated to find, but if you find a good syrup, it'll do the trick. So once all of those ingredients are in, close up that food processor and let's bring that back into speed until everything becomes a dough. You'll know it's done when it's become a ball. All right, now that you have all of those key ingredients combined and you have a nice textured dough, you're going to take out the blade and roll in your sprinkles. Grab your spatula and let's bring that together, mix it and combine it until you have a nice, smooth kind of texture with little sprinkles in every bite. So once you have this nice and mixed up and you have your toppings on pretty much well distributed throughout the entire product, you're gonna go ahead and put this into a bowl that you're able to then grab and manipulate it a little bit easier than the food processor. So now we have our dough, and if you notice, there is a sticky consistency to it, but it still comes apart, allowing you to form these properly. Where they're really gonna set is when you put them in the refrigerator overnight or for an hour or so. It'll harden, get nice and tight, and you'll have an awesome snack for on the go. So let's get to making these beauty balls and setting them. So I like to use the scooper, get the ball and hand form it into a nice tight ball, drop it onto your parchment paper for it to set in the fridge when we're done loading it up. If you feel that it's falling apart slightly, compress it together, let the peanut butter come together with that honey and give you a good consistency. Now that you have your beauty balls formed, it's time to let them set in the fridge. You can leave them up there for an hour, 2 hours overnight, but you just need to get them just enough cold where they solidify and harden. So let's put these in the fridge. So now that you've let your beauty balls set, it's time to grab them and give them a try. So they should be nice and cold and solidified. You can grab them, put them in a Ziploc bag, take them with you, or just leave them in the fridge for whenever you want a healthy, better for you snack. So let's go ahead and try one of these things. It just melts. Get that sweet taste of peanut butter and honey coming together, sprinkles and vanilla, bring it to life. The salt tops it off. Unbelievable snack and a great on the go.